Hello, hello. Hey, this is OkayOkayOkOk, and we're live doing a coloring of Cynthia tries blueberry gum. I'll probably try to get the whatever it is, the chat going. But if you'd like to ask me any questions, I am available on Discord and on DeviantArt. You can find me on X and Subscribestar. Let me see if I can figure this out. I might have to refresh my studio page. Let's see here. Does it say I'm live? It does. Here we go. Okay. Let's see if I can pull out the chat. Pop out chat. Okay, so yes, I'm live with the chat. I'm gonna say hi. And September is sketch commission month, where I'm doing sketches all month long, every day. So lots of fun new drawings coming out every single day. Lots of live streams of those. Let's see, where are we going now? We could probably need to share this, because it's always very spur of the moment that I do these, and usually it's better for like it's better for catching up, rewatching later instead of watching the live, because I'm working during the day and now I can't pull this screen over. Great. I'm gonna try leaving that. Oh, okay, this is weird. Okay, so I can pull that up right now. Should have gotten this going before I went live, I guess. But hang out for just a second. I'm gonna go ahead and post the link. If you want to see the progress of this sketch, I always share the progression of sketches over here on the Discord server. Let's get to X. We'll share this on X as well. Sometimes I live stream on X because I got the like super deal whenever the X was doing like not verified account. Maybe it was verified accounts, but like X Premium. It was something crazy, like $1 per month. So I was like, oh yeah, I'll do that. I remember it was back when, I think it was back when in January. And the scariest thing was like, this is when Elon Musk was all big into politics. And heavy was his hand in the politic. So yeah, it was kind of worrisome because it was like, I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know if people are gonna mass exodus from Twitter X, because see that did not work out very well. I guess. Okay, there it goes. Yeah, it was kind of like, well, it kind of happened a little halfway predicted it. Because people definitely hate Elon Musk. There's a huge negative fan base for Elon Musk. But there's still a lot of people on Twitter, X. And so not everybody left X. It's very good for certain things. I'll just say it that way. You can't leave it if you like those certain things. So artists like me are on there and enjoy following a lot of people on there. Okay, so let's get started. This is the character's name is Cynthia, and is an original character of the commissioners. I've drawn Cynthia a few times before. She's a cool looking character, but for brown hair we're gonna do kind of like a dark brown, get a little bit more color into it, a little more red, and come back here. I don't like to go to too heavy with inking. I feel like I try to kind of set my style apart from mainstream a little bit, try to make myself a little more recognizable than just being like, oh man, that looks exactly like it came out, you know, like it looks exactly like an art piece from you know, like a modern Marvel kind of work. And you know, I should be so lucky that people would think it would, but I try to do things that just, you know, try to have my own voice or my own style a little bit. And you know, I used to really like being that heavy ink look, but the more I worked with the series like Wonka, the more I just realized I enjoy a lot of color, and I don't enjoy the heavy inking on a lot of my subjects, I guess. So let's go to actually, I wonder if we should go ahead and do all the hair. And I'm just gonna go ahead and show you. This is the blueberry, and we still need to kind of clean it up a little bit. I kind of skipped that cleanup phase and went straight to coloring, flat coloring, and then my thought was the flat coloring was gonna help me with the cleanup. Sometimes it's nice to work backwards like that. Like put your stuff inking down and then use your eraser. You can do that on digital art. You can't really do that on a physical art commission. Let's see. Let's get it. I think I'm gonna use like hair brush. We'll use and I kind of want to probably come in here later and make the hair a little bit blue, maybe we'll add a little bit of a violet texture. Oh hey, brown. Oh, Ghosty, that's exactly what I was just mentioning. I was like, I don't know, I didn't get instructions on whether or not the hair should be blue or stay brown. So I think I'll try to do a little bit of say browning is a word that works, but I'll try to I'll try to blue it up. Try to blue it up a little bit. Try to get a little bit blue. Maybe violets would be better. If I'm trying to remember what the Wonka blueberry, what happens to the hair. I know in the original Wonka, she keeps her brown hair. Her hair does not turn. But I think in the newer one, her hair does change because she was blonde, and then I think it goes, you know, like blue. Oh, let me see. I think I've got the description right here, but yeah, I've got the description is over there on Discord. I like to put the description up because a lot of times I just start getting carried away and don't always have like a very stable environment where I'm like starting to work right after I read it, come back and things kind of get rushed. Helps to have that description right there so I can make sure I don't mess things up. Okay. It's also done so that if you're the commissioner and you're watching, you can see what you've written to me and think, oh, that's why he's doing that, or like, oh, whoops, I shouldn't have said that. Because that was the original reason why I actually started doing it. Was I did a commission and I was following their orders, but they didn't really realize they had worded it in a certain way, so the way it was communicated was not how they wanted to communicate it. And so I thought I'd just start doing that. You know, I'm not really, I feel like that's a little too bright. Let's go with the, we'll probably just come in with a multiply here at the end. Maybe, because she's supposed to have like dark brown hair. I think she's like a Latina, maybe. She's got a nice set of healthy hair. She's using that Pantene Pro V. Not really sure what a good shampoo is. Silver, blue, violet. Yeah, that's what I thought. So in the 05 maybe we'll try to do like a blend or a mixture of both. This is where I'm wondering if I need to go ahead and convert it, but we'll just do it normal for now, and we'll get to it. We'll procrastinate and put it off as long as we can. Let's see. We should talk about snacks. Anybody hungry? Trying some cocoa truffles. It's like something out of the Wonka factory. Cocoa truffles from Trader Joe's. They are amazing. Somebody bought them for me, so I don't know how expensive they are, but they are good. Cocoa truffles from Trader Joe's. Truffles in general are just, you know, can't go wrong with truffles. I also like chocolate covered things. Another good item from Trader Joe's. If you ever see like I really like coffee, so they have chocolate covered coffee beans, and those are good. I really like dark chocolate. Dark chocolate is definitely nice. Okay, so let's get a little bit of a highlight here. Try to get it a little bit curved, kind of show we're looking down on her hair. I kind of think it's not really, the highlight's a little too far right. Too far right. Sounds like a political statement. Your hair is too far right. Bring it back to the center. Or cut it off. Face the consequences. All right, so yeah, we're moving on to her face now. Face off. Let's see. Oh, candy corn. I couldn't tell what that was. You saying it's candy corn TF helps me understand what it was, but I think Upik Art's art is like phenomenal. I can't always tell what's happening with it though. I guess it's like a different kind of storytelling that I'm used to. But yeah, I really like Upik art. Upik, I don't know how to say that, but don't want to sound like I'm saying anything negative. he's a really great. They're really great artists. I couldn't tell what was going on in that comic page though. Okay. Man, I had one of the wildest days yesterday. Started off in the morning where I was going somewhere that's like 5 minutes away, and it took like 15 minutes to get there because I just like and this is, I'm only saying this because this is what the whole day felt like, where it's like, I'm not trying to do much. I'm only trying to do a little thing. Why is this little thing taking me so long to do? And there's like people walking across the street, people jaywalking or taking, pedestrian crosswalks, but where I've literally never seen someone cross the road at these crosswalks, but today they're all getting used. I was like, what is going on? What in the world is going on? And yeah, I was like, I'm lucky to get one drawing done today, because it was just like trying to swim upstream yesterday. I like going with the flow. I do not like swimming against the current. All right, so she's chewing gum. Gotta try to make sure we draw like a full mouth. Like she's got a mouth so full of gum that she can't really close her mouth. Like she can't talk. It's like, what? I'm trying to chew the gum, you know? Sounds like a fighter jet overhead. We're going to war, boys. I saw, oh my gosh. Oh gosh, I can't. I gotta stay off of any kind of political subject. I can't talk. Yesterday I was also coming to the realization, like, I've got to just ignore all politics, because I mean the scary thing is like it's happening whether you look at it or not. So I think it's just like putting your hands over your eyes in a scary movie. It's exactly what it's like. Just like cover your eyes and be like, I don't want to look at it, no. I actually got woken up by a nightmare this morning at like 5 a.m. In this nightmare, I think I was like in the movie, but also watching the movie. Like I was watching the movie from inside the movie, if that makes any sense. But I remember it was a scary movie where like it's something about like a mine shaft, and there was this big barn building that's had no reason to be where it was, and we got into the barn because there was nowhere else to go. We went to into the barn, and there was lots of stuff in there, and then the door just closes on us, and like we're like kicking the door. They're just trying to open it or trying to bust it down, and we hear this like voices, like whispers, kind of coming from this vent in the floor, and what ends up happening is the voices are saying, you can't get out, you can only go down. And so the idea is that, you know, you can't just get out of the barn and go about your life. You're going to have to go down into darkness and into danger. And the voices that we were hearing coming out of the vents were really creepy, and were like scaring the crap out of me. So that was my nightmare, and I kind of feel like it's very easy to interpret that. And a lot of scary political stuff going on right now, so that's all I think that's all I can say about that and how my interpretation goes. Okay, so let's get shoot, I'm not really sure how to do this because I inked pretty heavily, more than I'm used to doing. Let's just do that. There we go. Kind of want to do like a backlight. So let's do her skin as a highlights on her skin. I'm gonna do a very light highlights. I guess that's not a very good way to describe it. I'm gonna do a very soft highlight so it's not too strong. Okay, let's get a tiny detailed brush right here. It is almost October, so it's almost time to start breaking out the scary movies. The other night I tried to watch like one of the original Crypt Keeper. God, can't even. I've done Crypt Keeper so much I don't even say it the right way anymore. Okay, so the Crypt Keeper had like one of the original movies on maybe the Roku channel, and I tried watching it, but it was just so bad. It was so old, so poorly done, such a low budget. But I'll give it this: the beginning song, like the intro song, you know, they didn't have any background music at all. It was just somebody playing like an organ, and I really liked that. I was like, ooh, if I ever need a scary movie soundtrack, I'm just go steal it off this. All right, let's see. We got that. I think I'll go ahead. You know, I said we were going to do it light, but we do need to do something super strong so that when we change it to blue, it's going to look right. Got like some kind of synth music going, copyright free. It's not bad. Okay, so let's get onto the. Let's do some multiply action. Sounds like something from a PlayStation 1. It's like not quite old school, but it's not new either. Okay, so I feel like her eye is a little too white right here, so let's come in here. Should we do like a blue? Okay, that really helped it. Now I gotta do a little bit of a discoloration for the gum. I wonder if I should have like blueberry juice kind of coming out of her mouth. We'll put it on a separate layer just in case it looks bad. But let's try a different brush. I'm thinking that not this one, this one. Let me try doing like a lower opacity. Usually you can get some like nice little variations. So now we'll go with the, I'm kind of thinking we'll not go with multiply. Let's try overlay first. Webby mesh brush. This is a little too purple. Let's try changing it to maybe blue. Well, purple works really well. Oh, there we go. That's it. Someone give her hugs. Oh yeah, she's giving out free. I think she would have a lot of takers if she was giving out free hugs. I'm drinking some ginger ale. The only way to drink ginger ale is through a straw. It's like 100 times better if you drink ginger ale through a straw. If you don't believe me, you gotta try it. Okay. Whoops. Let me just close this. So now let's do her shirt, her jersey jacket thing. And because there's that stripe, I'm going to use the multiply brush to help it feel completely connected. Let's go with, I'm wondering if we should, let's go with like a, let's see, this is, let's go with a slight blue. Okay, so let's get, oh, I forgot, I'm not on the multiply layer. What did we have multiply on? So far we only have her lips on the multiply layer. Let's do the cast shadow. Just real quickly darken that whole area. Let's try to give them a little bit of an illusion. Try to show the abs coming through just a little bit. I know we were supposed to be like having her belly expand a little bit, so maybe that's what we should do. Try to get our, we'll get our eraser out real quick. Maybe I should go even darker. I watched the movie Alita the other night. Again, it had been a long time since I watched Alita. That's the James Cameron, what did he do? Did he produce it or direct it? I wish he would go back to doing, I know there's some Avatar fans out there, but I really liked Alita. I don't know how good a second chapter or a second movie would be for that, but I really liked Alita, and I kind of wish they would do another Alita before they did another Avatar. Okay, let me go back to that and just kind of darken it. The part in Alita that stuck with me the most was when the doctor decides she's gonna quit, and what they do is like they take out, they Boromir monk her, like from Star Wars, where the Boromir, I don't know, it's not Boromir, but it's kind of written like that. It's like BMRR. Like no actual way to pronounce it, but there's monks that look like they're in spider bodies. They look like spiders, but they've had their brains removed and put into those spider droids. That's basically what they did to her, and that part stuck with me, or made a lasting visual impact. It's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy that someday they could do that. Okay. I hope the sequel to Alita, I bet it's already written out and everything, but I would be really curious to read that story and to know if anything further happens to the Doctor, who basically gets, you know, materialized. I don't know what happened. What would you say? Boromir Munked her. Yeah, where they took her vital organs out and put them in a briefcase. Okay. So I guess we'll go ahead and do highlight. Let's work on doing like a... I like this brush a lot because you get different shapes. With the airbrush, it's very easy to just get a single circle. So now that we've got like a basic shape going, we're going to come in here with a very fine airbrush. Let's get super bright, super fly. Okay, so it looks like we need to blend it a little bit better. Let's get a smoke detail brush. Blend it. Blend it. Pull it. I like to zoom out sometimes. I should probably be working with a second monitor where I can see a zoomed out version as well. I don't like the wasted energy though. Seems like overkill. Okay. So, still think it's a little bit too light. Okay. Let's work with just a single light value. We'll go with like a blue. I'm gonna add a second multiply layer. Double multiply it. Okay, so let's use smoke detail. This is really gonna make it pop. She probably doesn't want to pop. No, don't make me pop. Alright, we'll come in with an eraser here. kind of give a backlight shadow. Shadow. I'm wondering if I should undo that armpit. Maybe we don't want the armpits to look like they're so far back. There we go. All right, so that's definitely popping. I think everything's progressing well so far. Next is the pants. I'm just gonna go straight up coloring on this one. I'm trying to remember. I don't think she has a stripe going down. I can always, yeah, I don't think she does. I think it's just pure blue pants. Okay, so let's, I'm actually not sure I like that color. How do I get that color? There we go. And I've got a little bit of a circle right here just to help censor things a little bit. In case you're wondering. I'm kind of nervous that like the copyright music is gonna go off and then I won't know that it's no longer. Oh, okay, there's tons of, okay, never mind. That's never gonna happen. Cool. Okay. I think I'm gonna kind of do the eraser trick where we're gonna block it in and then we're gonna color the highlights instead of the darkness. Let's use the smoke detail. I'm gonna try to do like very minimal shading, and that'll allow us to do some nice highlights. Make it really seem like those pants are tight. I'm gonna do one quick smoke detail brushing and then I'll move on to the airbrush. Kind of like those pants are getting tight. Yeah. Reminds me of the song from Doja Cat. What is that song lyric? Like, if you can see it from the front, wait till you see it from the back. Yeah, that's it. You can see it from the front, wait till you see it from the back. I don't know, what song is that? I've got it in my soundtrack. Okay, soundtrack playlist. I think Doja Cat is built real nice. Nice body. Whoops. Let's get a, whoa, I don't know why it's not just reading too fine. Hi. Let's zoom in. Hi-fi. Okay, let's do a little bit of an extra light glow around here. Round here. What's that song? It sounds like a Mr. Jones, Counting Crows. Put up a parking lot. Pave paradise. Put up a parking lot. Alright, she is looking extremely juicy. So let's put let's do a multiply. Make it a little bit juicier. Let's do soft round. Let's do a little bit of a purpley. This might not be strong enough. I think I'm also not going as strong as I could go. So let's do this. I'm going to sort of go around the edges of the shadows and enhance. Computer, enhance. Sector 5-4.321. Okay, so she's getting enhanced. Let's try to add a little texture now. I'm using a smoke detail brush and just kind of lightly tapping around and that's giving it a lot of texture, since this is clothing. Does anybody watch the new Naked Gun movie? Because I heard it was terrible. I really like that old airplane movie, so that's a shame. I guess they've lost the magic. Okay, so I forgot what color her shoes are, so let's do like a dark purple maybe. That seems like a shoe design that is out there. This is really lo-fi. Let's go ahead and do her shoelaces, I guess. Let's do like a light shoelace. I'm not sure that looks good, but I just wanted to try something different. And let's do a little bit of a highlight here. And now we can come in with the multiply. We'll do like some red. Ah! Forgot to select the other layer. I thought I did. I think I hit the wrong layer. Alright, there we go. Next, let's go ahead and do a soft shadow under her. We'll do both shadows. I don't think there's anything on this layer, so we'll do it right here. We want to do like a giant shadow here. Okay, let's do a Gaussian blur. That's a little too much. Let's go a little bit higher. That's like a 15. We'll go 15. Blur, motion blur. There we go. Okay, now let's condense it. I'm gonna pull this one up just a hair. Let's condense it even more too. Now it looks like that blueberry is dense. Okay, so next we'll do her face. We'll save it. Don't want to lose any of our stuff. Alright, so let's go to her face. A little bit more purple. Gonna get the basics in first. Draw that nose. I'm gonna lighten it up so it's not so stark. I don't want her to look like she's got a giant forehead or something. So I don't know, that's kind of looking odd to me. I'm gonna mainly try to emphasize her cheeks, show them real full and stuffed, squeezed. They're getting squeezed. I'm wondering if I should do like a double cheek, like a double chin. I think so. We'll try it out. I'm gonna try it out. I'm gonna try it out. Is that Porter Robinson? So let's just kind of soften it up a little bit so it's not so distracting. Okay, so now she's definitely got that second cheek. Cheeky. Okay, so let's go to soft rounds. Okay, so I think that's gonna wrap it up for her face. We can always come in with the multiply, and let's get a little bit like a almost like a pink for some rosy cheeks. She's enjoying the gum. It's a very good gum. It's sending her over the edge. Alright, so I guess we gotta do our lips now. I'm gonna work with a very light color first. We'll go with a small brush. She's got some big lips now. Big. Okay, so we'll do kind of the dark purple now. Okay, so now let's do a multiply. Hopefully, if we do a very light multiplication, it's not going to get all digitized on the edges. Okay, I think that turned out good. Let's fix this right here. Okay, that's not... Where is that? So I don't know what happened. Maybe I selected... Yeah. Okay, so I feel like maybe we should do some kind of juice leakage coming out of her mouth. Let me find that brush. Where is that brush? Okay, so I think this was my juice layer. Let's check. No. Where's my juice layer? There it is. I'm gonna name that juice. So I don't mess it up. I think it needs to be darker though. It's looking a little radioactive or something. Alright, so let's do the electric. Sort of adds like a stain kind of effect with it. Okay, there we go. She's enjoying it. Let's do... I'm gonna finish my ginger ale real quick. Okay, let's get the shadow from her hair. I'll help kind of tie her hair into her body. Actually, I think that brush is too big for what I'm trying to do here. Let's get it down to like a 7. I wonder if I can do something like a bright. Oh, I'm on the multiply layer. Let's take that out. So let's try it on color burn. Oh, that's why. All right, there she is. Now let's move on to the blueberry. The dessert, the third course, dessert. Let's clean up some lines real quick. We don't need these squiggles. We'll kind of just draw the line work in, I think, the shading. I can get rid of this. Let's save it. Make sure we don't lose anything. I have a good computer, but sometimes it doesn't do everything I want it to do so well. Alright. Getting these lines kind of cleaned up. I think whatever isn't there will kind of just help shade. I'm gonna just lighten this up a little bit. Gotta say, I'm not very impressed by this song. This song is not, it's not doing it for me. I think we've moved on to a different artist. Kind of feels like the edge, less edgy. Find a different song real quick. We're almost done here. I don't think this should take too long. But let me pull a little bit more blue here. There we go. I feel like listening to the Strokes. For some reason that Reptilia song is in my head. Okay. Must be working with low opacity. There we go. Get all these little empty holes fixed. Put some color in them. Okay. I feel like her shoes are just a little too big. There we go. Okay, so let's do her stomach first. Let's do a really harsh lighting, really harsh lighting, so extreme contrast. Okay, so I'll go right there. Okay, we have to find a different... This music is awful. I'm just gonna restart. Get back onto the stellar drift. There we go. Alright, now kind of moving back. Let's use only darker. That got dark quick. It really did. Did you see it? My pen just like went full force. Okay. I'm gonna help strengthen that edge by pretty much drawing a very subtle line. So let's rotate it if we can. That was not a very successful attempt right there. So we're trying again. No. That was not a good I should turn my flow down. Oh, see, there it goes again. It's like trying way too hard. Trying way too hard to be seen. Okay. So I'm gonna softly let's turn down the flow to about 50%. Now I'm gonna come in and sort of adjust that to where we're getting a really soft gradient. Okay. Now, I kind of feel like we should do an airbrushed edge here. This is kind of hard to see with these edges highlighted, so I'm going to turn them off. Okay, now we can go with the highlight. Let's go with a slightly brighter blue, and let's go with smoke detail first. Probably gonna go for something right around this size. well, I was hoping to have a mixture of very soft shadows and textured highlights to kind of make the highlights look a little more defined and a little more out of focus in the shadow. Let's do pretty strong over here. Like, she's definitely getting squeezed hard at the edges. Okay, it's looking pretty intense with the shading. Oh my gosh, that's pretty crazy. Looking pretty good if I do say so myself. It's a very prominent belly button, a little too prominent, I think. That's not good. I've given her too strong of a belly button. Let's go with the highlight now. We're gonna go on to a separate layer. We'll do the juice layer. Okay, so that's where the highlight's gonna end. I wonder if we should kind of try to get all the way to the edge. We're gonna drive right up to the edge. What do you say after that? Gonna drive to the edge and not go over? I have to say, for a little side story, I grew up with religion, and I think a lot of people did. So, yeah, I grew up with religion, and I would say I've read a lot of the Bible, and the part of the Bible that always was probably my favorite part was Ecclesiastes, like the very nihilistic book where it's like, what is the purpose? Everything's meaningless. And I was rereading it for the first time in like over 20 years, and I got kind of like sick to my stomach reading one part, which I can't believe I'd never seen this before, but there's a part where he's like, isn't it a shame when slave owners have to walk and their slaves get to ride the horse? And I read that and my stomach turned. I was just like, what in the actual F? Like, it's kind of like when you meet your idol and your idol turns out to be a jerk, you know, where I can't believe it. That was just a really sad thing to read. I mean, like, I put a lot of I don't know. I thought I'm struggling now to even remember who wrote it. It was either David or Solomon. I think it's Solomon, the wisest king ever. So yeah, the wisest king ever thought it was a shame that slave owners had to give up their seats for slaves. And I was just like, oh my gosh. That one, that doesn't sit well with me. Okay, this is where we're going to use some colors to kind of do line work for us instead of using ink. So let's get her. I'm gonna get her pants all shaded down here. Okay, so now we're gonna do the extra light. I'm just gonna kind of try to doing like a, almost like a half circle. And then it'll kind of come together in the waistband. Actually, I went too hard right there. There we go. Now let's go to light. But yeah, back to that whole Ecclesiastes thing. It kind of sucks when you're listening to a guy give you a sermon, and you're like, "Oh yeah, this guy's definitely a holy guy, really a righteous holy guy," and then he's like, "And what about the slave owners? Let's make sure that all the slave owners are comfortable." Like, excuse me? What? Like, not only to like support slavery, but to support the fact that like slaves don't deserve comfort. I was just like, now that's not not really in the not really the way I would imagine the Bible would view slavery. So I feel like I need to go through there. I'm going to do that tonight, where I go back and find the exact verse. Alright, I'm going to do like the whole layer, and let's do a multiply to kind of enhance computer enhance. So let's get the let's try airbrush texture maybe, and not really liking that texture. Seems a little strange. is a little more predictable. Unlike King Solomon. Okay, so she's definitely, I kind of think I needed to do it more spherical, so hold on just a second. Let's spread this out just a little bit more. I'm gonna kind of undo the extreme. There, she's more spherical now. And I can see that I did it too much with the, wrong layer. Did too much with the multiply layer. I think that's why it was looking wrong. Okay, so let's go. We've got, this is the last part. Last mile. Anybody out there ever do running sport? It's kind of funny that running is a sport. It's more of a sport than golf. They should combine running and golf. That would be an interesting combination. Like, how fast can you get through the golf course with, and then you factor that in with how low your hit score was at the same time, and you're not allowed to use golf carts, and let's say you're not allowed to use caddies either. I think that would be a fun Olympic sport. I can't think of the Olympics now without thinking about the breakdancing. Like, I hope they don't take away breakdancing from the Olympics. I wonder if we'll see the Australian breakdancer return to defend her title. That was right about this time last year, I think, wasn't it? Because everybody dressed up as her for Halloween. Doesn't make too much sense. It must have been Summer Olympics, yeah. I'm gonna make sure to go real spherical on this upper portion. Let's hide the edges. Okay. I don't really care for this song. It sucks having to listen to copyright-free music. Like, maybe there's a reason there's no copyright on this music. Okay, so let's kind of come back here a little bit. Go even brighter. Brighter, faster, stronger. What is that? Faster, stronger Daft Punk song? Alright. Let's lighten that up. wondering how much lighter I should go. Gotta zoom out a little bit. Okay, let's come in with a super bright, maybe just a little bit not white, off-white. Let's go with this brush down here. We'll do a textured, and then we'll come in here and do just a slight bit. Okay, so I'm gonna grab the bottom layer now, and we'll kind of come up here on top and put that back in. There we go. Let's do I feel like I kind of messed that up. I think it's almost better. Well, let's just do it very lightly. Slight and light. There we go. Let's also feather it. Let's do that. Feather. Let's do like a 3, just so it's not so like rigid. There we go. I guess we should probably do like the little triangle. Let's do, I think we're gonna have to move to the 6. Okay. There's my name. Okay. Okay, so let's do the whole thing. Let's shade the whole thing now. Oh, I guess I didn't select this. There we go. The whole plot thing, as Bill Murray would say. I don't know what you're talking about. I know about the letters. Letters? What letters? Lori, she told me all about the letters. That's how I know about them. She told me. Okay, so let's do we have another layer? This is color burn. So let's do a very light and direct. And let's move to violet down here. Okay, she's looking super plump right there. Let's see. Let's do a slight suggestion for her face. The more we do, the more it could be distracting, so we're not going to do too much. Let's do like a... we gotta do like a dark purple. And I think that hair is a little crazy. We're gonna come in and erase some of the hair. Because it looks like we're looking down on top of her, but we shouldn't be. Let's kind of come in here with this. There we go. All right, so a little bit more, a little bit more cleaning up. Let's clean that ink up. I'm just gonna take the ink off right there. And voila, we are done. All right, we're all done here. Let's. All right, so now it's time to share this, post it. If you're following me on DeviantArt, you're gonna get to view this finished product in the gallery. All the sketch missions go into the gallery except for a few of them. If you're looking for those, you can find the full library on Twitter, my X, or Subscribestar. Thank you for joining me on this live stream, and this has been Cynthia Tries the Blueberry Gum, how to draw a blueberry. Hit the like button, follow me on YouTube for more random live streams, and yeah, I will see you next time. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll keep it peace, love, and wacky. Peace, love, and wackiness.